Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and I had so much fun reviewing those Mini-Mates figures that I decided to take out some of my other figures that I never got a chance to give a proper review to, which is a shame in this case because this figure in particular deserves the praise. This is the Psycho from the Borderlands series, Borderlands and Borderlands 2, and this figure was made by NECA and it was being sold at Toys R Us. It's not available from there anymore, but when I got it over the summer it was around $13 to $15, and I'm sure you can still find it online as well. One of the things I really love about this figure is not only is the paint really well done and the markings are well done, but NECA captured the cel shaded look of Borderlands, which is something I think is very difficult to do. So let's take a closer look at this figure and all of its components. Capturing the face detail of the Psycho Bandit is very important, and NECA really got it right. The paint is made up of different colors from silver, red, black, and blue. And even going along the back of his head, you can see that the strap that holds his mask on is well defined. None of the paint runs off into other areas of his head. I like how they have these black defining lines. So it's like it was outlined with a marker, and that's great because Borderlands does look like it was drawn due to its art style, and it translates here well. Taking a look at the lower half of the figure, and we see that he has a knife. It's nothing that you can take out. It's really just there for looks, but it's very nice detail. And one thing that I really want to drive attention to are the black markings. Look at all of those black markings. They're not just straight lines, they're not just horizontal and vertical, but they go in many different directions because it simulates the drawn aspect of Borderlands. And it really helps to bring out the detail of his pants. All those black lines really make the lower half. Having more paint variations also means a greater chance of screwing up, but that did not happen. Look at all of this wonderful detail from the buckles and straps on his boots and the bracers on his leg and on his knee and all the variations of paint. We've got blue, we've got white, we've got those wonderful black lines again, and it also looks a little gritty too. Psychos have no regard for their or anyone else's lives. They like to get up really close and personal with their attacks, and that's why their favorite weapon is the buzzsaw. And I love this thing. It looks rusted. It has a circular saw at the end of it. There's spikes in the middle, and it just has this really dirty look to it. Because Borderlands takes place in sandy environments, sometimes of Pandora, this really works well, and he grips onto it very nicely as well. It's one of the finest weapons that I've seen in a figure. Articulation is very important in figures like these, and you'll be happy to know that it's not hard to pose this guy at all. There's articulation in the hands and in the shoulders and at the elbow and at the knees, and it'll really help you to pose this guy in a variety of ways, and even you can try to mimic some of the actions that the Psycho makes in the games. You'll find no shortage of articulation here. It is a big plus. If you can find the Psycho Bandit at one of your local stores or even online for a fairly reasonable price, I really recommend you pick it up if you're interested in Borderlands 2. This is one of the nicest figures that I have, and I just can't get over all those black lines. It may seem a bit silly, but it really helps to really bring out the most in this character. Just imagine the Psycho without all those black lines. It'll literally be a completely different look. NECA does a really great job on toys, and I really love what they did here. This is a thumbs up all the way up. Through the roof, through the vault, through Pandora, and on to the rest of the universe. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.